Good evening and welcome to episode 66 of Endless Banter. Please let me know if you can see the stream in the comments. I can see the Facebook stream. Yes, we're live. So before we start the stream, obviously Paul's not with us tonight, but I'll bring everybody in before we have to say what we have to say. So tonight I'm joined by Pixie. Good evening, Pixie.
Hi. Hello.
I'm also joined by the man himself, Levin from Odd Mods. Good evening, sir.
Yo.
And I'm also joined by the legend himself, Mr. Adam Rayner. Good evening, sir. We should have Nikki coming in shortly, but you stuck with us for a bit. So Paul's obviously not in the stream, guys, because obviously Tasha did give birth to a beautiful baby boy. So congratulations to Paul and Tash.
I just have to go and set up his. Wait a sec.
No worries.
Right there. Oh.
So, while Pixie's doing that, I'll just mute her for a second. So, Levin, as it's your first time on the show, how are you?
It's a second.
No, but this is on this, but not on the new platform. Not on the new platform.
Right,
okay. How's your week been? What have you had for tea? What you vaping? Generally, what's been going on?
Cool. So I've started another new job. Hence the reviews have stopped temporarily again. But it's good. I've moved up in the industry. I work in mental health, so it's cool. For tea, what did I have? I had chili con carne tonight, homemade from scratch, and I'm vaping on Blue Pup this evening. My Venom, which has become my baby. I can't leave it alone at the moment.
Sweet. So what's the new job?
So I'm basically third in command of a house for people with learning dis and mental health, with progression to move up to second. It'll be a few years before I can run my own house, though.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Pretty good.
Rewarding job then, yeah?
Most of the time. It has its days where I'm glad to leave.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yes.
So, Pixie, how's your week been? What you vaping? What you have for tea? And how are you in general?
I'm good. I've had some chicken korma and vaping chucker, of course. And I've been to the gym, and I'm having quite a nice week. And my kids go back to school on Tuesday next week, and I am excited.
We
had 7 weeks of them. 7 fucking weeks. And I'm like, kill them. But I love them.
We've got that to come, Adam, mate. We've got that to come.
Not for a long time, man. You first.
So, talking about Adam, how's your week been? What you vaping? What you have for tea? And how are you generally, mate?
I'm vaping Blue Pup on my dirty art, and I'm vaping another brand of juice. What is it? Oh, it's, Dr. Vape on my Blue Empress.
Nice.
And I've had steak for tea.
Good
Oh,
lad.
you man.
Good
I'll
lad.
see tomorrow.
Steak, and I had chips, and I mopped my chips up in the blood of the steak.
Oh.
Ooh.
You need the mustard, the French mustard.
No, French mustard. That's
No,
for girls.
no, the hot dog mustard. With
What is it?
and ketchup.
That's American. That's American mustard.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? The squeezy one.
yeah, squeezy one. You just don't know. You want some.
And it peppercorn sauce you have with steak, anyway.
Peppercorn sauce
No, I
is
just
the
had
ding
steak,
dong.
man. I had steak, mushrooms, onions on my plate. A few chips.
No sauce.
No, fuck sauce. Sauce is blood.
All
so
right, okay. What you're on the chart of literally just being.
Yeah,
that's
wipe
it
its
done.
ass. Wipe its ass. Fuck it on my plate. I'm there. I'm all over it.
I'm not in many people's books because I like mine well done. Not gonna lie.
Right, you're a Philistine. You're a Philistine.
I used to have it well done, and then I thought I got beaten up by it because of one night, so I went to medium.
You know, we could never go to a restaurant together. You'd have to have a burger or something.
Don't get me wrong, I don't mind.
Mate, I'll do the ordering.
Don't mind. I don't mind it like medium, but not meat. It can't be bleeding, mate. It just can't be bleeding.
No, I can have pink.
The best one is if you
Pink
get one of
bloody,
the great
you know.
tomahawks. You get a
Yeah.
great big tomahawk about 4 inches thick, and it's just crisp on the outside with crosses, and then you cut it open, it just pisses out with blood.
Oh, I can't do it. I can't
It's
do
not
it.
actually blood, though, is it? It's more like water, isn't it? It's not actually
Yeah,
blood.
well, yeah. It's nice. It's not. It's like it's a nice taste. It's just the thought of it puts people off.
That's what it
Yeah,
is.
that's yeah.
More the thought than the actual taste. Yeah.
Nick has his steak what they call blue, so it's literally just touched the pan each side. Yeah.
I don't
Not
have it
this
blue at home. I have it like medium rare, probably at home. But when I go out to a restaurant and I ask like, how do I want it, I'll always have it blue because I know they're cooking it right.
Everyone in chat is literally saying different things. So I'm glad I'm not the only one to say well done because everyone is saying different things. If it's not got blood in it, then it's burnt. You have to have your steak blue. Steak has to be well done. Well done, Charlie, like that, mate. People are saying different things. That's what it has to be.
Got to be well done. You sort of wrong ones.
Well, somebody sat in chat waiting to come in.
There he is.
Nikki, are you on landscape on your phone? Yeah. Can't hear it. Can anybody hear him? He's
No,
muted.
I don't think
Yeah,
anyone.
I can hear it.
He's muted himself again.
Unmute yourself, Nikki. No. Can't hear you. Honestly, can't hear you. Still can't hear you. take your headphones out and see if it works. Say hello. Unmute yourself first, though. Say hello. No. Come out and then come back in. And if Pix has to come and help you, come and help you.
Fuck's sake.
Don't lie, Sam. You take it wherever you fucking get to your mate.
Sam, what is the kind of comment is that, mate? What kind of comment is that? Right, let's get into it. While Nicky gets himself sorted, let's get into the show. So we've got a few things to talk about this week. The first one, I was made aware of this one by Pixie, and this is an epidemic in Wisconsin in America. Lung disease blamed on vaping. So there's been 22 cases in the same state, in the same town, and they're all blaming it on vaping. From the article, it doesn't say there's any evidence that it is vaping, but they're all getting down with this juuling, and they're all juuling, and so the outbreak is blamed on vaping. What's your opinions? We'll start with you, Pix, because you read the article as well. So we'll start with you, Pixie.
I feel without evidence, it shouldn't be telling you that it's to do with vaping. I think they need to link it properly before they headline it that way. Do you know what I mean?
Agreed.
And it's just the way that it came out. Sorry, my phone went off. It's just the way it came out. Like it's localized to one place. It, like I said earlier, it sounds like a zombie outbreak. It starts in one place and then it spreads. And I'm sorry, but if it was to do with vaping, it'd be everywhere because every fucking out vapes.
Yeah, exactly.
And it could be other things to do with it. You know, it could be other elements to do it. I think there was. I don't know if it was the same article because I sent you two, but there was another one that said there was someone mixing it with THC. But I don't know if it's the same case.
No, there's two different ones. There's one of a geezer where they're saying in Wisconsin that there's 22 people who've had some sort of lung disease.
Yeah.
And then there's the other kid that's been on social media and he's saying that his lung collapsed through juuling.
No. There was another article.
There's another one.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the same place because I didn't have time to read both. But something said about someone's mixed it with THC or some shit. And I'm like, and how's that to do with vaping? It's obviously nothing to do with vaping. It's to do with THC. You can't just say because it's vaping, it's related.
Try blaming anything on vaping. What about you, Levin?
Go on, Adam. So if it's e-juice, it's vaping. It's not down to the dickhead mixing it. And not only that, we all know what the press are like. They're going to try and sell papers. They're going to try and make you read stories. So no matter what it is, they're going to just say it to you, read it, or buy a paper.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what I think. Anyway.
You see, as you could say it is down to vaping, as Pixie's saying, but as Pick said as well, there's no evidence to state that it is down to vaping.
No, they had no evidence when they was calling people paedophiles, and then that come out and apologise. But they still done it.
Yeah.
And they have no evidence on a lot of stuff, and still say it. Is what I'm saying. Is what I'm trying to say.
I get
No,
it.
100% agree with you. 100% agree with you, mate.
It's because vaping's the in thing. It's easier to vape. It's new.
Yeah.
And although they do these tests nowadays, and people say, "Oh, you don't know how the long-term effects of it," you don't, but you also have a better idea than you did 50 years ago with smoking, because they can do tests you couldn't do then. So I think
as well, where America's getting so stringent on vaping, it's going to push more and more people into home brewing. And then if someone's home brewing in that specific area, and they're doing it in their back garden where they're also cooking up meth, it could be their fucking e-liquid. Do you know what I mean? It could be. You don't know that. That's like, it's just one of them things. Like, what I'm saying is, if I'm making my own e-liquid, you don't know what I'm putting in it.
Yeah.
Very true. You could be putting something in there that's like mega addictive, like just so that your customers come back to you, even though if you're saying after bin juice.
It's no, but it's like we don't necessarily know what's in any juice we buy anyway. Do you know what I mean? I know we can ask for MSDS documents, we can ask for all the mixology stuff, but it's majority of it is down to trust. And when you're buying e-liquid, it's massively down to trust and having trust behind the company and the name and everything like that. So to say that it could be someone's juice is 100% correct. It could be. We've seen articles and mishaps with nicotine being in the wrong batch, wrong strength and stuff like that. So we've seen it. So it could be that it just always goes back to the thought is that they're always powerhousing down on vaping and making vaping look like.
It's probably a bit of both. It's probably a bit of both. They probably know it's not vaping, but they're going to blame vaping until they can prove them wrong.
Although
I do. They're just everything comes down to like over there in a minute. Blame vaping, blame vaping, blame vaping. So then they can sell more cigarettes.
Oh, I know there's been a lot of hot news around Juul, and now it's another Juul thing, but it makes me laugh because Juul are obviously owned by Big Tobacco, as far as I'm aware. So it's just more bad news for them. So I don't know whether they're trying to outdo themselves and outdo it from themselves, or just use it to make that look, because they own it. Even though they own it, it won't matter if they lose it because they've got how much money. So they might be using it as a way to make it look bad, so people go back to smoking.
Oh, I'm going to people off. Like, I'm okay with Big Tobacco owning like vape companies because they're going to have to transition, and it's better for them to provide a safe and healthy alternative than cigarettes because they're going to find a way to make money anyway. Going to put a few of the smaller people out of business. Obviously, the shops could fuck them over, but if someone with that much power promoting a vape is going to do the industry a lot better in the long run.
I feel like they could. Go on, Adam. Sorry.
No, go on. Sorry.
I just saying. I think that Big Tobacco at any point could literally go into every shop and just buy it up. It doesn't matter. But whether, because for me personally, Juul and Big, obviously now 25% on Big Tobacco to Big Tobacco. Sorry, on 25% of Juul. Whether it's in the word of mouth of people know what a Juul product is. Whether they're in the news for bad, whether they're in the news for good, whether they're in shops, people know what a Juul is, especially in America. Across America, if you know you ask me what a Juul is, they'll tell you what a Juul is. Everyone who's not even a vapor, just go into a convenience store and ask them what a Juul is, they'll know what a Juul is. And to me, that is that whether they're putting these articles out there to make themselves look bad, it's still a massive, massive selling point.
Yeah, it's publicity, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've not said if other factors are involved. I mean, these same 22 people could have gone to the same supermarket, bought a dodgy kind of fucking mushy peas, and that's what's made the mill. You don't know. No, I'm just using it as an example. They can't exactly just blame Big Say because of vaping. It's not. You know what I mean? For me, if it was true, it wouldn't be localized the way it is. It wouldn't just.
It's an easy get out of jail card, isn't it? It's an easy to get out of jail card. That's what it is. It's literally to say, well, we'll put it on this because we've all been vaping. It could be something totally different. There could have been all the same barbecue.
Until we find out otherwise. That's the thing. Until we find out otherwise.
Where are you?
Like, do we even know that they're all vaping, or is that just been assumed as well?
No, that's just in the article saying they've all been using Juul, mate.
Right.
And the
So
wording
then-
is dueling. The word is dueling.
People
See,
could be pretty much related and using the same duel and all caught crabs off each other. It's just like saying, I went to the supermarket and I fucked a turkey, so therefore now I've got a turkey pregnant. It's just bullshit.
Your
I don't
mind
know if you can-
really fascinates me.
I don't know if you could get lung disease off fucking a turkey. I'm just going to put that out.
Well, this Christmas we'll find out.
I'm just going to put that out there.
Apparently,
If you try it, crack on.
we'll put a dual sticker on it and someone will get cancer from it. It's fine.
True. Right, so I'm going to share my screen.
Or if you put on like the dress, you're all good. You only got half the chance then.
Right, let me share my screen with you. Right, so I found this. Can you see my screen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was on Reddit today looking through Reddit, and I saw this post on a vaping forum on Reddit, and it says, and this is on a shopping trolley, they obviously a shopping cart, whatever you want to call it. This was put on a shopping cart in Franklin, and it says there's an epidemic spreading in Frankfurt. No parasites, not a virus, not an infection. It's vaping. And this is from Public Health in Franklin County Health Department, and they're putting these. I don't know what chain of supermarket it is or anything like that, but they're putting this on their trolleys. What do you think of this? Honest opinion, everyone. I'm going to start with Nikki. What do you think of this, Nikki?
For one, it sounds like they live in a fucking sausage. Right? Two, if it's a county, it seems a bit inbred, in my opinion. And three, if they're that bothered about it, how about they stop selling the fags, stop selling vape, just sell fuck all. Job done, it's closed. You can't say,
It's a form of scaremongering, though.
you can't say epidemic if they're using the term and then giving it more publicity. Surely they'd want to hide it and sweep it under the carpet. They did that. That's how they got fucking Donald Trump in. So why not fucking do it with a vaping? Just sweep it under the carpet. Job done.
I honestly think this is a massive form of scaremongering.
It has to be.
100%. For them to actually go into a supermarket and actually put this on a shopping cart. Pixie's delay, I've just did in the camera until she gets back. I feel like this is a huge scaremongering tactic to put it on shopping carts where this is where the kids sit. This is on the back of where the kids sit.
Exactly.
I mean, don't forget in these little back alley towns in America, they're all like God-fearing, like backwards inbred weirdos. They'll probably like just hear something that a priest or a Baptist said one time in a Sunday church, and therefore God Himself said it. So, I mean, yeah, you're going to get people that don't like it, and you're going to get people that know the truth. Luckily enough, we read up what literature there is out there for us to read before we have an opinion on most stuff. But these people probably can't even read. So,
but this is a statement being put out by their public fucking health. This is not just like any random. This is their public health that's put this out.
It's not just that small town, isn't it?
Their public health is probably also like abortion's wrong, and if you do get a needing out. Do you know what I mean? Like it's so backwards. They're like,
it's like
you probably find there's just been a big handout given to them, like buy big tobacco. If they pay for these small little towns, eventually it'll just filter through.
They've paid for this. Their public health's paid for these to be. It's not a freebie, is it? It's being paid to be put these on these fucking shopping trolleys.
Yeah, but they could have had a backhand themselves.
There's a state in America where it is illegal to pleasure yourself with a live fish. If the fish is dead, you can have sex with it. If it's alive, you can't.
I think that's fucking illegal in England, and all, if I'm honest.
Well, no, my point is, My point is their
I
laws
just
and the way they-
surrendered life then. I just surrendered to life then. I just absolutely surrendered.
I'm sorry. My point is
If that's
they
not illegal over here, it should be. That's all I'm saying. It should be. I agree with them.
Adam,
Right, what-
I do not want to know what you've been doing in your baby.
No, I'm just saying it should be illegal.
What I'm
I don't
saying
think
is that
nothing's
they're good
illegal.
at making up shit that means nothing. You know what I mean? It's another one where it's illegal to worry the local squirrels. You can get arrested for it. How the fuck do you worry a squirrel? Do you climb up a tree and take it?
A nut shortage.
Honestly, if you look up ridiculous like laws in states, there's all sorts of shit that they come out with. So it's just this just goes with that, doesn't it? Really?
To be fair, on this health like bullshit notifications that is scaremongering, it's probably one of the few counties that they fucking grow the tobacco there anyway.
True.
So
That's a true point.
if you scare people into smoking again, it's going to bump people smoking up again. So therefore, it's going to benefit their county.
I just feel that you could make so much money. This country could make so much money, right? If they legalize marijuana, right? Because obviously tobacco sales are going to go down, right? With vaping going up, right? You can't tax vaping yet, but if you legalize marijuana, you can then make some more money back on your tobacco, and you're still making millions on selling weed.
Can you really?
They could make millions by doing it that way around.
But on the other hand, you've got on that. Look how many illegal grows there is.
Yeah, it'll stop it once it goes illegal and people can't get hold of it. People are just like, whatever, we'll just buy it legally now.
When people can't get hold of it, they'll either A, clone the fuck out of the plants like they have been doing, or B, you can buy fucking seeds on eBay.
True.
What's going to stop them doing that and therefore undercut the fucking price of the legal stuff? It's just going to be another black market. All they're going to do is just drive.
Yeah, but they're never going to be able to undercut the. I feel like they're never going to be able to undercut mainstream because they'll always make sure they're on top of the ball, that they'll be selling it cheaper than what you could do it because they can manufacture it legally.
Yeah,
so they're always going to make sure they're on top of the illegal growth. So legal people who are growing it illegally are going to go, actually, it's not fucking worth it anymore because they're selling it cheaper than what we can actually manufacture it for. Because they're doing it on a massive scale. They're doing it on way bigger than having 12 plants in the back of a flat.
Yeah.
Do you honestly think marijuana or CBD will never become legal?
It has to.
No.
It will do.
I think I honestly don't think it's going to be to the extent of I can smell my mate smoking a joint at the bottom of my road, and that's what all the kids are used to that are smoking it.
Exactly.
If it does become legal, it's going to be like opening up a tea bag and smoking that. Do you know what I mean?
Like in Portugal, all drugs are legal and the rate plummeted. Like you can literally buy heroin in Portugal and it's cool. Like over here, you can't even buy get a spliff. You know, I just think if you legalized it, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not just about legalizing it. It's the fact is that they're legalizing it in places where they can actually earn fucking tax money off it. Like look at America at the minute with fucking weed. America have gone really hard with weed and opened up all these fucking dispensaries, and they're making an absolute fucking killing off taxing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but all these people that own these dispensaries can't put their money in any bank. No banks will touch them because of the stigma around it. And so they've got like millions of pounds in the shop, and they can't even put it in the bank.
The two main growing licenses in the UK are owned by Theresa May's husband.
Yeah, Theresa May's husband, yeah.
Yeah.
So technically, that couldn't all win because they'll get legalized. So
I feel like at some point it will be, especially with CBD. I think CBD will be first, and then your THC will then become a thing. Because once again, I feel like they're not legalizing CBD because of the actual health benefits they can't say you can get from it. We've all seen videos of children having epileptic fits and then having CBD and stopping of it. We've all seen them videos. It's once again is another thing where it becomes to the higher power who makes the most money. He's currently going to be losing money the minute they start putting CBD out on the street. So until they've got control of it, like they're trying to control vaping at this minute in time, that's when they'll start going, right, it's okay for you to do it.
Yeah, once they've got their like, firm grasp around it.
Exactly that.
No stockpile.
Here's a question for you, though, and I've wrote this down. Do vapors sharing news articles that are lies help or hinder the industry?
Hinder the fuck out of it.
Hinder 100%.
But why do we
What do you mean? News articles that are live?
anything? So, like we see about batteries exploding, Adam, and we as vapors will go on Facebook and repost it all over Facebook. Is it a positive to share it, or is it a negative to share it? And I think we can all agree with it's a negative.
It's an hard one because I don't like seeing it because we all know it's because it's user error. But at the same time, when you're running a group, it's also a talking point. So if you put a post up like that, you'll get 300 people commenting on it because everybody's got something to say.
Yeah, so
if half of them share it, how many non-vapers are going to read this article and then go, oh...
How many non-vapers are going to be in a vape group?
Yeah, but if they share these, like half of the people that comment on it, share it to their newsfeed.
Well, they can't because most of my groups are closed. All groups have to be closed now.
Yeah, but before, you saw a lot of the news articles and videos and stuff like that went viral because vapors were sharing it in vape groups, and then they were sharing it out
viral first on things like YouTube and stuff like that, and then it got put onto groups from there.
Well, for example,
it depends on what the article is as well.
For example, the geezer that's currently posting on Instagram about having his lung collapsed in America had 300,000 shares on his Instagram.
Yeah, I believe.
It was on his Twitter. I do apologize. It was on his Twitter, and he had 300,000 retweets. How many people are actually reading that who are not vapors and then going, "Fucking hell! If that collapsed your lung, I'm never touching that ever."
But in his mind, he must have believed it's through vaping. This is the problem.
But is it having a negative or is it having a positive cause?
Things like that are going to be fucking negative, surely.
Do you not feel though?
The one I hate the most is when it pops. Someone goes popcorn lung, and you get like 50 people go bollocks, it's bullshit, it's not real. Then one person always goes, "Can I get that?" And they're being deadly serious. And you're like, "Are you fucking dense?"
Really? I've got so many mates that like winding me up about that stupid fucking popcorn lung, and you just go like that.
Do you not feel every time there is an article that is negative to vaping, everybody spreads it about? They seem to forget about all the negatives to do with smoking. And every time there's a new article that's negative to vaping, it seems to take away the darkness of smoking.
Yeah, but like Adam said,
it's another scaremonger. But I do believe some of it you can learn from, but a lot of it is spread in the wrong way because it's usually people that will spread it with the wrong thing, and they'll put something like, "Oh my god, look at this! It's so fucking dangerous" and all that shit. I mean,
but see, if I was to post something like that in a group, I would say, "Look at this stupid fucking prick."
I know you know what I mean? Don't mean
That's
you.
exactly what I would say. Like, it wouldn't be nothing. I wouldn't encourage it at all. I would say this bloke's an out and out dimlo, like as simple as that. But then you get people that don't vape that are jumping on this bandwagon of getting rid of vaping and that are not educated enough, or even some people that are scared sharing it or inboxing me saying, "Is this true?" Blah blah blah. This bloke's battery's just blown up. I go, yeah, because he had it in his pocket with his keys and nothing around it. Like, it's gonna blow up.
That happened with a Duracell.
But you've only spoken to one person. It's the fact is that us as vapors putting that sort of article out there has a huge negative effect to spreading it to non-vapors. We all put stuff out there on Facebook when it's negative, but when there's ever an advocacy post or something about TPD, we all scare from it. But as soon as it's something negative, we all go towards it.
So, like, I've got another page on Facebook where I do local news, right? If I do a post about something that's really like a car crash, a stabbing, some shit like that, loads of comments, loads of shares, right? I even got one of them like ITV News, right? When I post one about some girl from local town going to the Olympics, 50 comments, 50 likes, fuck all in comparison, because negative spreads quicker than positive, because it's more interesting, isn't it?
Well, it's like a car crash, isn't it? Nobody ever wants to see it, but you can't stop looking.
Yeah,
that's like there's science behind that. It's something of accepting your own mortality. You have to look because you don't know what death is, so you can't not look.
I'm a gory cunt, but
Yeah, I just personally feel when I was thinking about it earlier, and I was thinking about negative posts shared around Facebook. It's not been done in a long time.
Yeah,
But
I think it's the same in any industry. I mean, I've got 10. I wouldn't even like to show you what got put in my WhatsApp group this week, like so far.
Mate,
But
I can probably compare to that.
anything from that copper getting stabbed in the head from machete to people getting thrown off buildings. Do you know what I mean? Like you're going to get negative videos no matter where, and people want to see them. I mean, I've had nightmares of some of the stuff I've been sent on this group, but
Yeah, some of the shit I get gross, yeah.
I just personally feel like it's something that we do, and we don't do it subconsciously, but we are causing a negative effect.
Yeah, of course. I mean, my worst ones, I hate people putting dogs getting ripped to pieces and all that. I don't want to see that shit. I generally don't want to see it. But I don't mind seeing a couple of humans getting thrown off buildings.
Yeah, I can watch that, yeah.
Do you not find it really hard though? I'm sure you've all had it happen to you, because I know me and Nick have, and I know Adam has it. But when you were out and someone's directly negative about something you've got in your hand, and it's really annoying because all their stuff is based on shit they've read like that, and it's like, well, they don't know.
Obviously, I absolutely love shit like that. I absolutely love educating people.
I do, right? It's like last year, my little sister had a birthday for her 2 daughters because they're both in November. So I had a small clean with me. And I went outside the place. I was vaping away from everyone else. I said, "You don't want to vape? Why? Because it's going to blow you up. It's going to be dangerous. It's going to kill you." I said, "Yes, because I'm planning to come to a child's birthday party and blow everyone up." So I stood and
I'll say that out loud at a party, Pix.
No, but I stood and explained to her how the machine works and how it's safe and how it all works. And she still won't have none of it. She's still convinced. And every time I see her now with my little sister, she's always, "Are you still vaping? Are you still trying to kill yourself?" I'm like, what the fuck? You know,
but that's like with the older generation, though. Picks like once people are set and have their mindset.
She's only about 24. This girl.
I don't mean it like that. I mean like she's obviously got a mindset on something, and usually the older generation, once you tell them something that's so different to what they've known for years and years, they don't fucking want to know about it. Do you know what I mean? They go, and that's still negative, because she's read a negative comment or a negative post or whatever about vaping, her mind will never be changed. Does she smoke?
Right.
Does she smoke or does she smoke?
Yes, she
does.
So
obviously she's smoking, and then she's got a mindset on, I don't fucking want to touch that vaping because it does this and it does that. And it might not necessarily be negative. It's just her. That's what she's been taught, or that's what she's read.
I have taken the time to explain. I'm not dangerous. I'm not going to have it dangerous on me. I'm not going to, hurt myself or kill myself or anything. But she's having none of it, and it annoys me because she's just that way, just because of the media,
To be fair, she could also just be a beggy little cunt that the only thing that she used to get a load of in her fucking lungs.
You'll know what, Nikki. It was that one in the fake Guns N' Roses vest with the ginger hair.
Oh, well, she's a fucking slag. She's had more dicks than fucking. Yeah.
Let's not get too deep. Let's not get too deep in the show. Let's not get too deep. Literally, pardon the pun. Let's not get that deep. Levin, I know you have something to say.
Yeah, I was gonna say, on a Saturday night, like I'll be working the door and I'll have a vape, usually like a pod system, something small and like hide away. Right, I'll be like outside on the door having a vape, and someone will come out and go, "Oh, I don't trust those." And I'm like, "Mate, if you want to know, I can tell you what's in it. I can tell you how it works." Blah blah blah. I said, or hit me on Facebook. I'm happy to like go through it with you. But you're having a good night, so we'll leave it at that. And he goes, "Nah, they're dangerous. They don't know what they're putting in them." And then lights up a cigarette, and I'm there like,
exactly.
Like,
I generally believe that if the government come out tomorrow and said vaping is 97.5% better for you than smoking, and they work out their little way of taxing it, they release all the TPD laws and everything, say like the vaper's dream, you'll still get negative people saying negative shit about everything. And it's life. It's life.
Truth.
To be fair, even if they didn't release like the TPD stuff, the only thing that really pisses anyone off is the 2 ml tanks.
Well, 10 ml bottles as well, but then short will come along.
But let's not argue about TPD because we got off so fucking lighter than fucking America right now. So we can't whinge. We really can't whinge.
We screwed on was the 2 ml tanks, and 10 ml bottles. But short fill, everyone fucking wins.
Yeah, but
Hey,
2 mil
Even
tanks. 2
even
mil
with
tanks.
2 mil tanks, if you really wanted to, you could go online and you can buy whatever fucking tank you want
Tank
to.
one. Yeah.
Exactly.
I use Steam Crave tanks for that reason because I can't be dealing with 2 mils.
Yeah, but the only people that's hurting is people that own bricks and mortar shops in England. That's the only people it's hurting.
And
There's
Levi, when
ways and means around it.
vaping bags for you, you don't know what's putting in them. Just say, well, you just probably bought some drugs inside. They've probably got more chips in them than the vape, so therefore wind your neck in.
I probably just wanted to talk to him. Well, a landline and taking him home.
They probably got something like what it is.
That's what it is. Right, let's get on to the next topic. Let's stop talking about people getting deep and all that kind of stuff.
It's not
I'll talk,
Friday.
to, I'll talk to you after the show, Nicky, about that. Right, so we're going to do a little bit about beginner's journey. I had a friend message me. He's probably watching the show somewhere on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, and he messaged me and wanted us to talk a little bit about beginner vaping journeys and sort of what we would advise. He's fresh to vaping, three weeks into vaping, and he just said, can we talk about a little bit about beginning? Because we don't really talk about beginner stuff because it's sort of like preaching to the choir, but I've had a request, so we might as well go over some stuff for him. So, beginner vaping journey, help a user from the start. If you could give a user a beginner kit, what would the beginner kit and why? And we're going to start with you, Adam.
So it's got to be a mouth to lung device. What I don't know. It depends whether they're trying to get off. Obviously, just get off smoking. If that's the main aim.
Yeah.
Probably the frenzy or just something along them lines because you got a tighter draw on that. I think personally. Maybe salts. Try them out on salts because obviously you can keep your nicotine tolerance level at a quicker rate. And if not, just a higher 50-50. Yeah, I mean, I didn't. I started on one of them, Cool Fire. With a great big sub home on it, and then went straight to an RX 400, I think.
No, there's a lot of this is why this is the reason why I've sort of brought this up as well, is because there's obviously a lot of people, and you obviously being yourself, Adam, a lot of people did quit by subhoming.
Yeah,
I don't feel like there's a huge percentage of people who quit through subhoming,
I did.
but there is. You did.
Yeah.
I did it. We did.
There you
I
go.
did.
Then. So I'm knocked out of the park here because I'm the only one that started on mouth to lung because that's all that was fucking there when we first started vaping. So for you guys to all start on subhome, but I know for a fact every single one of you uses some sort of mouth to lung device.
I had to do research recently. I do feel like the weekend and shit like that.
So if you was to, so you obviously would advise somebody to use a mouth to lung, but you guys obviously quit on subhoming. What was the reason you guys started on subhome or start where you were living? Was that what you were given? Is that what you were shown should have been the best thing? Were you ill advised? You know what I mean? Let's sort of like, what do you think?
All right, so I had one of the little pound shop pans just to try it out, see if I sort of like the idea of vaping. I sort of got on with it and I stopped smoking. I thought, but it's not quite doing it for me. So I popped into the local shop, which is VIP, and Connor was working there at the time. And he sort of laughed. As soon as I walked in the door, he started laughing because I've been taking the piss out of him for vaping for ages. Like I was like, it's gay. I was the typical sort of anti-vaping guy. Yeah, so I give him a shit for it, and I walk in. He starts laughing. We have a chat for a little bit, and I had the Smock 40-watt O sub. You know, I just fell in love with it.
Yeah, or something stupid, didn't you?
Yeah,
I had that for ages.
I had that one for ages. I loved it.
Yeah. I remember. Your one was the only one that still had all the paint on it, didn't
it? Yeah. I don't think I was ill-advised. I think it just worked for me. I think maybe if I had a mouth to lung, I might not have been so successful with it.
But do you think if you had like today's mouth to lung? Because I mean, mouth to lung a couple of years ago was a pen, like you say, a 99p pen. Where now you've got like the DNAs and you've got the PAL 2s and you've got, do you know what I mean? All kinds of mouth to lung devices.
The Lost Vape DNA pod, and I really like it. I've stuck some 50-50 in there, and I can use that all day, and I just really get on with it. So I think that's what I've got someone at work who's just started vaping, and I got them to get a Smok Nord because it's simple, it works. Get my plain Nick salts in there.
So, yeah, but my question there is going to be, my question to there is to you is going to be, you've just told somebody who started vaping to use them out to lung, but you quit on subhoming. So why did you not recommend the subhoming kit?
Because I work in mental health, and sometimes it's hard to explain subhoming to somebody like that.
Yeah, but with so many kits we've got,
I would still say mouth to lung purely because when we started subhoming and started vaping, like I say, the devices weren't like the DNAs. They weren't like that. Otherwise, I think it would have been best for us. It's not ill advice. It's what tools you've got to give them.
I agree with that.
But do you not think, Adam? But do you not think that a lot of people who go subhoming first of all will always go to a shop and go, "You were right. This wasn't for me. I'm not kicking the fags because of subhoming."
I think a lot of people would, yeah. I honestly do think
it depends on the subhome tank as well. If you give someone like a baby beast or a fucking TFV 60 is going to blow their head off, yeah, it's not going to work. Something like an old school like Cleto, I still think they're a great tank, so that might work.
Yeah,
I agree.
120 is the only decent Cleto I think that's ever brought out of the money. I don't mind the baby beast or the big baby beast. I've recently got one of them, the Return of the King from Nishi, and I love it. I love it. It's going back to the anti-socialness of it all, isn't it?
Yeah, but
that's why I like vaping at the beginning. I ain't gonna lie.
It does remind me of the Cloud Beast, so I loved it. I love mine. I've got one, and it's really good.
Well, I think I've got about 3 Cloud Beasts. I've got the old original Cloud King. I've got 2 of them, and I
never got the Cloud King, but I had the Cloud Beast in about 8 different fucking colours.
I don't rate them that highly. Yeah, I think they're a bit shit, but that's me.
Well, it don't leak. That was the only problem with them before. I mean, the coils don't last too long, but it is what it is, isn't it? Like if you're blowing out clouds, if you're doing the whole tank in like 3 or 4 hours, you know the coil ain't gonna last long either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because for me personally, I would always suggest a mouth to lung because you get people, and I would never say ill advised. I feel like sometimes we don't go off what the consumer would want. Do you know what I mean? People will put on Facebook, and we've all seen this. They'll put up on Facebook, need a new tank. There's fucking 900 different variants. Or why is there 900 different variants? When what you asking the person what they want from the tank? Do they want to rebuild? Not a stock coil? Do they want it to run up to 60 watts? Do they want it to 200 watts? There's that many variants out there. I feel like there's so much choice that sometimes the beginners get lost.
Yeah, especially when they go into a shop, because 9 times out of 10, the shopkeeper don't bake. He don't know fuck all. He just wants you to have the most expensive kit with the most expensive juice, and that's what they try and pile you up. And they go, "Yeah, I'll take this, and this." And really, to start out baking and see it, like I find it stages. I would say it's stages. So I would say, go on to like a pod, go on, and then if you want to get into it like a little bit more of a hobby, or you're not quite getting the hit, go subhoming, small subhoming, and then start thinking about building.
Yeah, that's what I did. Well, apart from the mouth lung part. Yeah.
Does that journey still exist?
I think so. When you get the proper hobbyist, yeah. I mean, I was building in under 2 months, but then I'm one of these people that, because I see these big clouds coming from these massive tubes, I needed to know everything about it. And then YouTube's also your best friend, isn't it?
Yeah, YouTube PhDs.
Yeah.
This is true. What about you, Nikki? What do you feel? Do you feel like you would advise them after long, or do you continue?
Nick, you'd be like, get dirtier.
Triple stack. First one, you'll be fine.
Trip stack, you'll be alright, lad.
No, I'd always generally push him towards a mouth to lung that's got a tank that you can screw off, because that way, if they do decide mouth to lung's not for them, you can always find a small sub home on it. And then they've got best of both. They're not having to worry about having to buy batteries, having to buy a charger just to start off with.
Yeah, but that's what I mean with these new mouth to lung kits. They're £20-30 tops, and you can just charge. They come with a charging cable. It's literally you buy £4 worth of juice that lasts you 4 days. But after them 4 days, they're going to know if it's working for them or not.
But on the other hand, nowadays you can pick up a Nautilus kit for about 30 quid as well. So, and that's got an inbuilt battery.
I'm not denying that, but then when you got like external batteries, then you got to go for the chargers, and then
a battery, not an external one.
Yeah.
Because that way, if they do decide they want to try sub home, they can just buy a tank. Because you can pick a tank up fucking next to nothing. You can pick them disposable ones up. Most shops sell them now, so it just to try it.
Yeah, I've never actually thought of that. You could actually just recommend it for sub homing. You could recommend a disposable, couldn't you? See if they actually liked it. That's actually a pretty good idea.
Most shops sell them now at like 5 to 7 quid a throw.
My uncle, he mouth